Today, we are on our second time around of trying to put our 5.3 out of a Chevy Tahoe into our Hummer H3 as a replacement and upgrade to the 5-cylinder Atlas motor. The first time we went in, we had interference issues with the oil pan from the Tahoe. We've got the correct oil pan for the H3 with the V8 in it, and that's great. That's a wonderful success. Now we're having a hard time getting the motor to clear the motor mounts, or get the motor mounts to clear the perches. For the V8 in the Hummer H3, we are using these style of motor mount adapters. The other way to go is to get the factory mounts for the later years of Hummer H3 that had it, but they had different perches on the frame to mount to them. So I have a welder and I can grind those off and weld new perches on, but unfortunately I can't find the perches. I can see them on the internet, but when I go to buy them, I can't actually get my hands on them. So these mounts with the small little control arm bushing things were like the only real option I was able to find at the time I'm doing this. I don't know if the rest of that market has dried up now that we're getting to be so far away from them, or what that is, but there's not a whole lot on this 5.3 conversion anyway, which is a part of why I'm trying to make these videos and stuff, is to help bring that. So with these motor mount adapters on the 5.3, when we set it in, what happens is the corners of it, and you can see right where it was touching right here, the corners of it start interacting with the corners of our motor mount perches. The motor mount perches are nice and square like this, and there's a hole down here in the center. So what I'm doing is I'm just chamfering them. I'm just taking this corner and just taking it to a sharp angle as far down as I can, while still leaving enough meat for the bolt to slide down in on. There's little channels that the edges of this bolt, our spacer, are supposed to slide down in on to lock it in place. And I'm leaving those there. I'm careful not to take those out, but everything else I am removing. I've already done the other side. Let me show you what this side looks like. Favorite part of doing all this, right? So, the first thing that we'll do is, all the exhaust valves are closed, but we will seal up the intake valves, or the spark plug holes. The intake valves are already covered with tape. And just make sure that we don't get any flakes or anything like that inside the motor. Okay, now I'll start this off by putting a little cut in the bracket with a cutoff wheel. It is a lot easier starting it off this way as opposed to trying to start it off with the chop saw. So we'll always start the cut with a cutoff. I'll try to do it from this side. That's it. And now the rest of the action happens with the chop saw. I'll just cut them off at an angle while the motor's in place. And now we'll cut it. Old Faithful, don't ever let me down. All right, it's not old, it's new actually. I just got that right before I took the engine out of this. In fact, I bought that to take the engine out of this. But I plan to have it for a very long time. It's a great tool. All right. Now, I hate sharp edges. I really hate sharp edges. So I like to take a file and knock down the edges. Just a polite thing. But also, if I have to work on this. So it's been customary just to knock down the edges. We will also go back over them and put some color on them. But right now we just need to get it through mock-up and make sure that that amount that I took off is right, correct, and is gonna work. So we'll bolt these back on. That's on. Fuck. All right. Hey now. I think these are gonna fit this time, which is really nice because we've been trying for a little while to get this motor to sit down. Oh my gosh. Come on, don't let me. You can do that one more bolt I need to put in there. Hold on. But I'm afraid that if I don't put it in there now, I won't get to put it in there later. So let's get them in there. So, what we have going on So the motor mounts are just a little bit too far forward. I feel like they're not in a great position. But I just think I need to go under and loosen up the transmission mount, and then it'll slide back a little bit. I know that's what it'll happen. I'll stop the video now. The specific motor mounts I have are just a butt hair too far forward. This is likely easy enough amount for me to make up just by taking the mount on the transfer case a little bit loose at the transfer case and at the frame, and I could probably make it slide back just a little bit, just enough so that these mounts slide all the way down into their perches. They slide down into their perches now, but there's a little cut out, or there's a piece welded on, like a little L that's meant to catch the spacer and hold it in. And the mount is too far forward. It won't come back off of that. So before I force it, I'm gonna take the transfer case mount loose on both ends, and then I'll try to slide everything back just a little bit, and I bet you it'll all go together really nicely. I'll make another video and report back on the success of that. Yeah, second shift performance.